In this video, we're going into some further tips for filming videos on your iPhone. We'll be expanding on the tips that I gave in the 5-minute quick start video because these ones couldn't fit into the 5 minutes. First, let's talk about the script for your video. As much as possible, I try to just use dot points to remind myself what to talk about. And then while I'm filming, I can explain the important parts that I need to say. If there's a very clear point that I'm trying to get across, then those sections I'll write out word for word, just like I did in the 5-minute quick start video. Because I wanted to explain the whole thing in under 5 minutes, I scripted that part word for word just to make sure I got through it in time. The downside of writing out your script word for word is it's much harder to remember all the things that you need to say. It takes many more attempts to get it right. So try both and see what's easiest for you. I used dot points for this particular video, and I just had the dot points of script, sound dampening, frame, and coffee cup phone holder, because they were the 4 extra things I wanted to talk about in this video. The next point I want to go into more detail about is sound dampening. How do you stop the echo sound in your videos? Any movie producers watching this video would have many things to complain about, I'm sure, but here's what I've done to reduce the echo so far. I have a carpet on the floor, which I put down first, and then I put my chair and my table on top of that. And behind the camera, I have a big frame. I have a large frame which holds a towel and a black piece of fabric, which hopefully reduces the echo a bit more. If you don't have a large frame like that, then just putting a towel on the back of your chair and putting that right up against your phone will still improve the sound quality. Another thing you can do is to surround the back of your phone with pillows pointing at different angles like this. So then that should absorb most of the echo that's going on. Another trick, if you're recording videos where you're not on the camera and you'll be talking over other footage, then you can stand in something like a wardrobe, and all of the clothes in that wardrobe absorb the sound really nicely and cuts out most of the echo, giving you a really nice high quality sound, even if you don't have a high quality microphone. Here I am recording some audio in my wardrobe. Right now the audio you can hear is coming from this phone here, and you might notice that the sound changes as I turn my face towards it and as I turn so as I'm completely facing the clothes, which in theory removes even more of the echo. But as long as you're teaching something useful that the audience can benefit from, it's okay if the audio isn't completely up to scratch, as long as you don't have any massive trucks going right past where you're filming. So if possible, record your audio in your wardrobe. Another thing to level up your videos is the frame. And no, I don't mean a picture frame. Let's put that back. It won't stay on the hook. In this context, by frame, I mean where you are positioned on the screen. I try and sit so as my head is just below the top of the screen. If you go much higher, then you start to lose your head. And if you go lower, then you just look really small, which isn't a bad thing, but you have all this wasted space. So why is all this up here? Not really necessary, is it? So I try and sit so as I'm just below the top of the screen like that. Here's how to make a phone holder out of a coffee cup, because you'll be having a cup of coffee before you make videos anyway, won't you? First, we need to cut a space in the bottom of the cup for the phone to sit. So I just drew a line to mark how wide the phone was, so I knew where to cut. So now, being careful not to cut one's fingers off. Let's cut along the lines. Once both lines are cut all the way through, you just have to push in the middle bit. Now let's see if it fits. And there is one coffee cup phone holder, and I didn't even cut my fingers off. Now that you have those extra tips, the next thing you need is to download InShot, which is the editing program that we'll be using today. You can find out how to do that in this video right here. In my office.